time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey, guys. Welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to say, one, Wednesday is one of my favorite days because we always have big announcements. And two, we have Zach Peter back. Guys, you know that we come back at 12:15 every Wednesday for not only a Real Housewives of New Jersey recap, but also another big announcement. And we have two today for you because we're trying to pace them out throughout the weeks. Now, I know you guys are probably wondering what I'm wearing. So I have Zack and I's tour merch on. If you haven't bought your tour merch, you definitely have to go get it. I've already put it in the description of this video, and I'll also pin the link at the top along with the Spilling Tea live tour tickets. And if you could see, we have our little pocket right here. And then we have our back. Look at this. It's so cute. Okay, let me welcome Zach. Before we get to our two announcements, I did want to say for you guys too, we're going to wait until we get about 300 people in the room for the first one. So if you haven't already, go ahead, smash your like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. That way you can join our live chat. And with that, let's welcome Zach. How many people are in the room? 200. Hey, 300 is going to be a breeze. Hi, Zach.
Hi.
Look at that fancy shirt.
Oh, hi. Wait, you have to check out the back.
Oh, God. Disaster.
Surprise.
Surprise. Wait. I like how Zach is just trying to get the butt in there too. Okay, enough of that. Hi, Yvonne. How are
store
you?
merch is here.
Micah, hello. I'm so excited. I always miss the lives, but I'm here today. Hi, Murray. Hi, Donna. Love the hoodie. Go grab one. Annika, smash that like button and subscribe to Adam and Zach. Yes, ass so fat he hits the mic. Sarah G. Okay.
Hey.
Flip that table, Zach. Jeffrey Beckham. All right, guys. Good evening from Slovenia. Looking forward to the latest news and listening to the latest tea. All right, guys. His bubble butt hit the mic. Gosh, thank God I'm not throwing my ass at the mic. I would take out all of the equipment. Okay, Zach.
Yes.
To kick this off, since I said we would make our first announcement at 300 people in the room, we're already at almost 250, and we'll make our second one at 400 in the room.
Whoa.
Let's talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey episode real quick while we have time. If you could rate this week's episode a 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, what would you give it? And guys in the live chat, I need you to do the same.
I would give it like a 7.5, maybe. Yeah, 7.5.
Okay. Why a 7.5? What got you the most in this episode?
It was a good episode. I can't say that there was anything really stand out. I mean, obviously the end when we have, Bill coming in and all the guys are kind of like putting him in his place. Yes, I thought that was great. Teresa and Melissa, watching Teresa and her hypocrisy is always just, it makes for good drama. Loved Marge kind of stirring the pot with Marge Sr., who unrecognizable. Marge Sr. looks really great.
She looks phenomenal.
I was like, wait, is this like Margaret's friend? Is this her sister? No, it's Marge Sr. Snap, snap, pat the puss. Yeah, I thought it was a good episode. I mean, Jennifer, she opens up a little bit more to Dolores. Dolores is being really honest and candid about what's going on with her mother. So I think we got a lot of different elements in the show. It wasn't super drama focused, but there was a lot of really good content.
Okay. And, we kick off this episode with Teresa Giudice she's walking down the pier. She's crying because Tracy wants to take responsibility for this. You can see Tracy's looking for a moment, and Tracy, we see you, but I don't know if it's going to happen. But Teresa's visibly upset because she's like, I don't want to fight with my family. Joe Gorga chases her down the pier, the dock, and says, listen, I don't want to do this, but all I'm telling you is, you don't have the same loyalty to me pretty much, because if we had a friend who said shit like that about you, then we would cut that friend off. And for you, you're not cutting off Jennifer Aiden. She's like, I don't think she said anything bad. What? And he's like, well, how do you not get this? And Melissa Gorga is pretty much explaining, I don't know how to explain this in a way that Teresa is going to understand any more than we already have. And finally, Teresa looks at Joe and Melissa and is like, if you want me to stop being friends with her, I'll stop being friends with her. And Joe's like, you do what you want. What did you make of this? And while you while you tell us, I'm going to go ahead and pin the merch link at the top.
Okay, perfect. I mean, I agree. There is definitely a double standard. And, you know, the fact that Teresa's like, well, do you want me to stop being friends with her then? Then I'll just stop talking to her. And like, that's where Teresa just doesn't understand like the issue. The issue is that she doesn't defend them in front of Jennifer. So when Jennifer's calling them a crook or, you know, a little bitch girl or, you know, getting in Melissa's face, like those are great opportunities for Teresa to be like, hey, Jen, don't call my brother a little bitch girl, you know, or hey, can you just own the fact that it wasn't cool of you to call them crooks because that's his livelihood and I know how hard my brother works. All she had to do, she didn't have to fight Jennifer. She didn't have to, you know, create this division or this line in the sand with Jennifer. All she had to do was defend her brother. And I think Melissa and Joe would have appreciated that. And it's that if the roles were reversed and if somebody was coming at Teresa the same way Teresa's accusing Margaret of coming after her, even though I don't think Margaret's coming after her, I think Margaret legitimately is just like, I'm trying to give Louis an opportunity to speak for himself. So I think there is just that double standard that Teresa doesn't see and she's never gonna see.
I agree with that. My camera unplugged for 2 seconds. By the way, guys, we have over 300 people in the room.
Well, while they're waiting for you, Adam, I'll give them some of this.
Oh no. Okay, 1 second, Zach.
Get your tour merch. Look at, you can have us. If you've ever wanted me and Adam on your back, now you can have it.
Oh my gosh.
Both at the same time.
Leave it to Zach to pitch the tour merch like a pro. Leave it to Zach.
Sales are going to come flying through the roof after that.
Okay. So funny enough, 355 in the room now. Right before, I don't know if you caught me on the live. I did an Instagram live and somebody asked, what was in your cup? And I had espresso in my cup. And I said, oh, look, it's espresso. And I went to show the camera and I spilled it all over my white desk.
Oh, no.
And then my camera just cut out. So I had to replug in the cam link. And then I just spilled my soda water all over the desk.
Oh, my goodness. You're a hot mess today.
I
would have thought you were Liddy City.
If you think she's a hot mess express sober while in the studio, wait till you see me on tour. This is going to be great. Okay.
Live and in person.
Live and in
close
person.
and personal.
All right. 300.
Oh, wait, we get to make an announcement. Yay.
We get to make an announcement. 360 in the room. I said 400. We'll make the second announcement. I have 128 comments right here. Okay, Zach, should we do LA or should we do Nashville?
Should we let them vote? What do you guys want, LA or Nashville? I personally think everyone's sleeping on Nashville. So I'm like, maybe we should announce Nashville first, especially because LA's also, I don't know. We have some really great duos to announce today that I'm like so excited.
And hopefully next week we'll have a New York announcement for you as well. Everybody's voting Nashville.
Nashville it is.
All right, guys. So these announcements are a dime a dozen. We are doing we're doing new announcements every single week. Again, don't sleep on any of the cities. We're just not trying to overwhelm everybody with the information. We're sprinkling out who our special guests are and what we have coming up every single week. So we can't give it to you all at once. But in the meantime, what we can do is let you know who's joining us in Nashville. Guys, in the live chat, I want you to go ahead and guess. Do you think this person is on Bravo, TLC, E, or MTV?
Well, persons, right?
Persons.
Because we're announcing multiple persons in both of our announcements today.
Yes.
Oh, I dropped my phone.
Yes. Muddy Grace said Hot Mess Wednesday, not like the first one we did.
Oh, yeah. The first we did was a Real Hot Mess Express.
MTV, TLC, Bravo, E, MTV, Real Housewives of Atlanta, MTV. Okay, Zach, we can't make them wait anymore. Let's do this. So guys, we are so excited to announce that in Nashville, we have two of my favorite ladies from TLC's 90 Day, but also from Pillow Talk. Now, I've done an interview before with one of these women. She's absolutely hilarious. We love them on Pillow Talk. They are literally one of the groups, one of the couples, which they're not a couple, but couple of best friends on TLC's Pillow Talk that commands the highest ratings. They are fan favorites, and they will be joining us in Nashville. Ready?
Ready.
All right, guys, we have Molly and Cynthia from TLC's Pillow Talk, and I cannot wait. We also had Molly on The Single Life and 90 Day Fiance. These two women are so hilarious together, and they have promised to be unfiltered as hell. They are joining us on stage with Emily D. Baker. Again, we have more people to announce, so don't sleep on Nashville or Los Angeles or New York. This is just one of many announcements coming. Molly, love Pillow Talk. No way. Yes. I knew it, my faves. Oh, I like them.
Yay.
They're the absolute best. Oh, shoot, I love them too. Yes, yes. Okay.
Who's coming to Nashville?
Okay, they are so funny, fun. They are the cutest together. Oh, they are so funny. Oh my gosh, guys, you guys are so excited about this. I love that. Let Real
Nashville's
Red.
almost sold out, by the way, guys. So get your tickets ASAP.
Yes, Nashville is almost sold out. Nicole Rogers said, oh, I love those guys. Oh, yes, I remember. Oh, Jeff, doing big things. Yes, guys. Okay, so Molly and Cynthia will be joining us on stage. They can't wait. I talked to Molly personally. She's super excited about it. And I think that her and Cynthia are going to be amazing together. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. I had to fix my mic after dropping everything because I'm an absolute shit show. Have followed Molly from the beginning. Yeah. I think it's just fun that there are people that I love that are new to me people. TLC, yes, I heard the mess. I don't know what mess you're talking about. I love Molly and Cynthia. They're the best part of Pillow Talk. All right, guys. All right, so we will, got my VIP, can't wait, Rob J in the city. And also, Rob J, it's going to be your birthday. We didn't forget. I also said once we get to 400, we will make the next announcement. We have 40 people to go. So let's go back to the recap and then we'll revisit this at the end. Guys, I pinned the merch link at the top of the live chat. So if you guys want to grab some merch that resembles this, then you can. Okay. Zach, moving on. Where do we go to from here?
Moving on. Well, we wrapped with Teresa and Tracy, which I have to say, I actually think Tracy gets like an unfair rap. Like people are like, Tracy's trying to come for a moment, but it's like when you're a first-time housewife, yeah, you're trying to come for a moment. And since Tracy films like a full-time housewife, we don't get all the other moments about her life that, you know, I'm sure would make her look a little less thirsty.
Right. I mean, to be fair, like you said, she filmed like a full-time housewife, but it's very ballsy of her to use Teresa as her first target, but okay. And then we pan over to Jennifer and Bill Aiden, and they're sitting at their pool. Their daughter's an eagle, jumping in, swan diving, whatever you want to call it. And then they start getting on the conversation about, you know, Melissa Gorga. And she said that she doesn't want to be at that party anyways. She does want to figure out some sort of solution. But honestly, at the end of the day, Jennifer Aiden's more pissed at her husband than anyone. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, because he's the one that cheated on her. He's the one that put his thing in somebody else's thing. Like, Jackie said it best. Tactless, but said it best. He shouldn't have put his stuff in other people's stuff. He shouldn't have put his Big Mac right in this little garage.
Okay.
His Big Mac truck.
I don't know.
Well, I don't think he has a Big Mac truck, though. I think he has like a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
See, like nothing. Yeah, he doesn't look like he has a Big Mac truck. There's no SUV going on downstairs.
You know who
it's a little. I mean, it's possibly even like a coupe. Oh yeah, Joe Gorga has a Big Mac truck.
Oh, okay. Well, let's pan over real quick because I want to get off of the Jennifer Aiden stuff for just a second because we will be back with more drama. But in the meantime, we saw Gia Giudice. Now, Gia Giudice is coming in with the confessionals. There's rumors that she's getting paid for her time on the show. Is it true? Is it not? We don't know. But at this point, she probably should be. And she goes on an ice cream date with her mother, Teresa. Teresa's asking her about her relationship because Gia has officially celebrated 1 year in her relationship with her cute boyfriend. They are so cute together. And Teresa wanted to know, what did you do for 1 year? And she said, he took me on a helicopter ride around New York City. And I was like, oh, that's cute. It reminded me of my engagement. When I got engaged, did you hear this story?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I got engaged, Jason got us like this gay bachelor helicopter where it like took us around and showed us all the Kardashian homes. And then we landed on this tall hill in the middle of Malibu. I was like, go on, Gia. We might have stole your waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things from you, but you stole the helicopter idea from me.
Yes, she did.
Yes, you did. All right. What did you think about Gia telling her mom to pretty much slow her roll? She's like, Mom, even after a year, you're still learning about somebody every single day. Right now, you're in the honeymoon phase. It's so easy to be excited all the time and be excited about this relationship, but maybe you should take it back a little bit, slow down, and evaluate. You're not talking about getting engaged, are you? What are you doing for your anniversary? And Teresa's like, no, Gia, we're not talking about getting engaged. What are you talking about? He's planning the anniversary. I'm like, girl, you are not a good liar.
No, I like the I mean, listen, if anybody's going to be able to put Teresa in her place, and if anybody's going to be able to get Teresa to listen, it's going to be Gia. So I think Gia is doing the right thing and telling her mom to slow your roll, because we know Teresa gets caught up in the love bubble. And also, I think so many people coming out the gate were so supportive of Teresa and her relationship to Louis that I think Teresa kind of gets caught up in it as well. And so I think it's good that Gia's trying to make sure we navigate expectations and pace ourselves with this new relationship.
I agree. And Rosemary said 4 more likes to get to 200. Let's please do it. Hit that like button, guys. 397, 3 more to go. And then we can make our next big announcement. Oh, 405. Okay, we'll make our next big announcement. Jeffrey Beckham said you can read the disapproval all over Gia's face. One thing that I didn't agree with Gia here, and she's still young, so I'll give her a pass. She's only 21 when this filmed. But when she says, who cares? Why does everybody care about the stories coming out about Louis? Like, mind your own business. Who cares? I'm like, because Gia, this is some red flag shit. Okay.
And
I don't know.
Couldn't put your mother in jeopardy. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the video or not, which, okay, that's cringy, but not really a red flag. But then there's the rumor that Margaret dropped in this, that, he allegedly hit his ex in front of her kids. Then there's the legal shit where he had to go to court with 2 of his exes. And then we're talking about not having a prenup when your mom has worked her ass off after she got out of prison to make sure that she paid off all the restitution, the home, and put food on the table for all of you guys. Yeah, Gia, we should talk about it.
I agree. It seems a little silly to not address it, considering I would be curious if I were dating somebody and there were rumors of this magnitude that were out there. I would just want to have a conversation, be like, what is this? Because we are public figures. I'm a public figure. You're now coming into this. So I want to make sure that as questions come up, I know how to answer them. And if it's total BS, cool, but at least give me, where there's smoke, there's fire. Give me the smoke. Let me understand. Give me the context behind where these rumors are coming from, so then I know better how to defend you and how to address them moving forward. And I think this sweep it under the rug mentality is just not healthy for their relationship.
Exactly. Cubby said, do we really think that Teresa didn't watch the video like she claims? And she swore on her kids' lives, but I'm going to go with a hard no. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. I think she saw the video. Maybe she didn't watch the whole video. I don't know, but I definitely believe she knows of the video and watched it.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, 450 in the room. We said we would make our next big announcement before we continue on, and we will re-announce at the end. Again, you want to grab your tour merch? Zach, will you flip it, back it up, and put it in reverse and show us what is on the back of that merch real quick, please?
Yes.
Okay, guys, you can find the link pinned at the top of the live chat. Thanks, Zach. We appreciate you. All right, so our next big announcement is for Los Angeles, and we want to know from you guys. Again, actually, I asked the last question for guesses. Zach, you asked the question for these guests.
For what question am I asking?
I mean, I asked what network do you think that they're a part of for Nashville? And this is also another duo, guys.
Yep, it's another duo. It's another duo. They're very fun to watch. They're very entrepreneurial. Do you guys? They're coming to LA. What show? We can say it's a Bravo show. What Bravo show do you think that this duo is coming from?
Yes. Okay. So guys, what Bravo show? We're going to take the first 5 guesses and then we will answer and announce. Annika said the Bravo docket. Okay. Joe Mendoza said Schwartz and Sandy. Okay, that's
I'm
the
sure
first
Joe
two.
Mendoza would like to be sandwiched by Schwartz and Sandy.
Vanderpump, Beverly Hills, Orange County, Summer House, Vanderpump Rules, Potomac, Vanderpump, Summer House for Loverboy. Zach, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
All right. Zach, I'm going to let you go ahead and give this one away as to what they're doing, why they're joining us, and what this is going to look like. Let's bring them up, and I'm going to let you make the announcement once I bring up the photo.
As gold.
Hey!
Good as gold.
All right, guys.
It's
we have
Tom.
Tom and Tom joining us on stage. Zach, can you give us a little bit of information, a tidbit?
Yes. Well, they're coming and they're packing more than just some tea because they're also bringing their Tom's Good Lovin' whiskey that'll be available at the show as well. So you'll get to come and drink some Tom whiskey or some Tom's Good Lovin' whiskey with the Toms together. So get ready. Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz are coming to LA.
I mean, it's going to be, guys, this is going to be so much fun. Now, at this point, we've literally, just to give you guys a fun behind the scenes tidbit before we get back into the New Jersey recap, with almost 500 in the room, hello. Zach and I really, when we started this whole thing, and I asked you guys on my Instagram this morning, if you want to ask me any tour questions, you can, but someone said, how did this idea come about? And honestly, I was sitting in the bathtub. Zach and I were just having a conversation. Literally, this is how it went. And we both had the same idea and just crossed it by each other. So happened to be on the same day. And we were like, you know what? Why don't we just do this? So a month later, I flew to LA and we did a photo shoot that Zach organized. And then from there, we started planning. And when people are asking, what did we want to make out of this? We didn't want it to just be a Zach and Adam collaboration. We wanted it to be some of your favorite influencers, some Bravo celebrities, some like talent that you see on some of your favorite reality TV shows, joining us on stage to make it exciting and a whole experience. So that is what we've been working our asses off on. And we reached out to so many different people thinking, okay, maybe only 30% will end up answering back. And now for every single city, everyone's answering back saying that they'll join us. And we're like, oh shit, we have so many people on stage.
I know. Now we have to really put together a fun, jam-packed show that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. Now, as we revealed last week, LA is completely sold out. And I see some of you guys in the live chat being like, I should have got my tickets to LA. This is more reason and incentive to get your tickets to Nashville and New York before those sell out too. Nashville's almost sold out. New York is falling right behind. So I would suggest you go and get your tickets because it really is going to be so fun. We have, from every single detail of this tour, Adam and I have curated, designed, and, done everything from like this merch with our silhouette faces, like all of it. We have our signature touch in every detail. And so we're really excited to share that with you guys.
Absolutely. And again, guys, you can go to spillingtealive.com where you see everything. You can also shop the merch from Spilling Tea Live. You see Los Angeles is so obviously sold out here. And for Janelle, who said, this is not fair, I should have booked my ticket for LA. So many Pump Rules, Bravo celebrities showing up. We still have big announcements for New York, my friend. So again, that's why I wish we were really thinking about strategically how we were going to share all of this information coming up and how we were going to announce everyone. But New York is the furthest show out. Do not sleep on New York or Nashville. These are not the only guests who are joining us. There's a lot more talent. You guys are going to freak out when you find out who. We're just sprinkling out our announcement. So if you want your tickets, Zach's not kidding. Go get your tickets because LA, I'm getting so many messages. Zach's getting so many messages. And we're still in a pandemic. People are still, like venues, we can't control how many people come in the room. We can only work with the amount of tickets that we are given. And hey, we'll see you there.
Waking up in the morning.
Okay, none of that.
Thinking about so many things.
When are you announcing Chicago, Danielle? Well, when we come up with an idea to go to Chicago, I guess. All right, Zach, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So moving on, since we're talking about Teresa and Gia, we did get a moment from Margaret where she sat down with Marge Sr. In this sit down, we saw where Marge Sr. looks like a whole brand new woman. She looked phenomenal. She's working. And we know Marge Sr., she's a socialite in her own right. She likes to work a room. She likes to be social and meet new people. And I guess she's working for a wine company. Is that what they said?
Is it Marge Sr.? Yeah. Good for Marge. She
Yeah.
get it, girl.
And it just keeps her social. And, you know, Margaret was asking her, would you want a mocktail? And she's looking like, girl, I don't want a mocktail. I want a glass of wine. But then Margaret decides to drop the ball. Margaret ends up telling her mom that some more chilling information has come out about Teresa's new man, Louis Ruelas. And there's a rumor out there that Louis actually committed, allegedly, domestic violence and put his hands on his ex in front of her children. Now, as of right now, that is total hearsay. We don't have that confirmed, but it did come up on the show, so people are talking about it. What are your thoughts about this, Zach, please?
I mean, I feel like I'm watching Marge, and I love that she's like definitely stirring up the pot for the show, because that's always entertaining to watch. But I'm also kind of just like, you saw how crazy Teresa got when the video was brought up. What makes you think Teresa's going to be so tame now that these allegations have been brought up? And here's the thing with the video, there's an actual video that people can watch. So there's more concrete evidence with the video. It's not like we can say, oh, there's a video out there, but we don't know if the video actually exists. No, we can see it. In this case, there isn't actual concrete evidence of there being domestic violence. I'm not denying that that's the case or that this actually happened, but I'm just saying in Teresa's head, this is now just a rumor and this is all just hearsay. And I'm sure when Teresa finds out, she's not going to like this and she's going to be very upset. So I think from Marge's perspective, I'm kind of like, oh, why would you poke the bear even further?
Yeah. And you know, this is probably why we're getting table flip 2.0.
Oh, yeah. But the allegations themselves, I mean, it's not looking good for Louis, for sure.
Terry L. Sudbay Linehan, I think. Sorry. If you have the interest, why not look into the logistics of booking a second night in each city that sells out? Okay. Well, I can answer that, or Zach can answer that, either one. But originally, when we started this, we pitched the idea to a company who said, well, you guys need proof of concept, and technically viewership and subscribers doesn't always translate to ticket sales. So they wanted us to sell out one city and put on a show and see how we did. Instead, Zach and I took on the challenge of doing 3 cities, never doing this before, just really with no expectations, just knowing that we wanted to come in and kill this. And that's why we only did 3 cities without double nights. Now we want to knock these 3 cities out of the park with all of our amazing talent joining us on stage, with all of you guys, create an experience, and then bring it back and see what other cities we can come to. Right?
Yeah. And guys, we've also been planning this for a while, and the shows are next month. So it's not as easy as just being like, oh, can we just add another show the next day, you know, in 3 major cities like Los Angeles, New York, and Nashville, where they book events out well in advance. Like even getting into Nashville, like that's why Nashville's on Wednesdays, because it's so booked.
We didn't know we were going to Nashville during spring break.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it happened to work out great, but also it was like, oh, when we were booking flights, it was like, oh, this is the time of the year to go to Nashville.
I mean, listen, we're going to be having a lot of, well, I'm not going to give stuff away, but we have a lot of fun extra stuff that we will be taking part in filming. So why not go to Nashville during spring break? Let's go work music. Zach, they've never seen it like this before. I'm going to be twerking up and down Music Row, listening to some Carrie Underwood. Like, no, what is it?
I dug my key into the side of his pretty little cooped up 4-wheel drive.
Yes.
Carved my name into his leather seats.
Okay. All right. Getting back to it, though. No, I kind of agreed. This is not going to be good for Margaret. I think that we need a Margaret on the show, someone who keeps the storylines going. And listen, she's not afraid to talk about it. At this point, these women know you're contractually obligated. You're on a reality TV show. And if it comes up, it has to be mentioned. That's why Giselle and Robin and Ashley Darby decided to bring up the Dr. Wendy Osefo cheating rumors, because they made it on a major blog. And they were like, hey, this is out there. It's a part of our show. And our show is to talk about things. So Margaret brought it up. Ashton Banks said, lose weight, Adam. That's not very nice.
Well, actually, he said loose weight. So I don't know what that means, but it's clearly a bad typo.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
Ashton,
it's like if you're gonna tell somebody to lose weight, at least spell it right, Ashton Banks.
I know. And by the way, there's only so much weight I can lose because I don't want to stop having a fat ass. Okay.
Jason likes that fat ass.
Okay. Enough of enough of you. All right. Let's get back to it. I did want to talk about one thing because they keep on trying to pitch the Real House husbands of Salt Lake City to us, but there are no husbands that do it like New Jersey. The husbands for New Jersey, we've heard that they actually get paid. They're the only husbands that get paid, but their dynamic is really amazing. They call themselves the Wolf Pack, which not to be confused with the Fox Force 5, just kidding. Fox Force 5. Not to be confused, the Wolfpack is much different, but Jason was pointing out how the kids are pretty spectacular on Salt Lake City, and he would like to see more of them instead of the husbands. Now, I don't know where I was going with that, but for the husbands on this show, I really, really enjoy watching them, and the husbands have decided to get together. In this whole getting together, they wanted to invite Louis looks a little hesitant, but they do end up pulling it off. Now, I don't know where Louis was when all the shit went down, but there was a conversation with the guys in Bill Aiden. When they were doing a group text about where to meet, what to do, Joe decided to send a message that said, "Cue, Bill." And they didn't know if he was playing or not. Joe doesn't look like he's playing. What were your thoughts?
Mm-mm. I mean, I feel like Bill is in a really awkward position because obviously there's the decision to stand by his wife and then there's the decision to defend his friend. And I think they both, Joe Gorga and Jennifer have a very high expectation of what Bill should have done. So I almost think maybe it's safe that Bill didn't do anything, but then at the same time, he pissed off both of them. So I think Joe Gorga, I don't know. I feel like that's a really hard position for Bill to be in. I think he should have defended his wife, and I think he should have at least, or to be safe, he should have diffused the situation and maybe stepped in and was like, "Hey, honey, let's not even engage in this. Let's have a good night. Let's not fight with anybody. Let's not throw jabs at anybody. We're all friends. At the end of the day, we all enjoy each other. They were invited over to our house because, it was Teresa's party, but still, we'd want to make things right. Like, I think Joe, as the man of the house, since he likes to be very traditional, as the man of the house, could have diffused that situation better versus just completely staying out. And then I think Jennifer would have felt a little more supported. And I think Joe Gorga would have also been like, okay, I feel supported by Bill as well.
I mean, it's hard for me to say I feel bad for Bill Aiden, but in this situation, Bill Aiden is being called an effing PUSSY, which I don't want to flag the algorithm here, guys, by his wife, and then also being told by the guys on the other side. So he's getting pulled in between both, realms. But you were the one who committed infidelity 10 years ago, so this time was bound to come. And they're like, listen, your wife, she spits out vitriol and she's disgusting in these comments. Like, it's really, get your wife under control. And he's like, my wife, she doesn't go digging for things. And Evan's like, no, bitch. She does. She does, and she needs to own it. And Bill just looks at them and he's like, okay, well, if this is how you guys are going to be and you're going to attack my wife, then I don't need to be here. And Evan's like, good, walk away, go. And I'm like, Evan, when did you find the voice?
I mean, I'm glad Evan's found a voice. I was just like, oof, I was getting hot flashes watching him get so, involved in the heat. I love Evan. Oh my God. I would meet him in the gym bathroom any day.
Okay. We can't take you anywhere.
Just wait till you take me on stage.
No, we're canceling you. Right. Okay. All right.
One day.
Before we get back into that scenario too, though, there were a couple other moments. One where Dolores actually shared with her parents that things were not working out with her boyfriend, Dr. David, after 5 years. Now, her parents were pretty interesting about this because you could tell they were like, we love him like a son-in-law, the best son-in-law we've ever had. This is really disappointing, Dolores. And I feel bad because this is her moment with Jennifer Aiden, but Dolores is like in between a rock and a hard place too. It seems like her family's more devastated about the breakup than she actually is, or she's just holding it together a little bit more. The funny thing is about Jersey, and I know if Krista Marie Miller's watching, I have a friend who's coming to Nashville and her parents are from Jersey. And we went to Margaritaville in Orlando to celebrate her birthday. And her parents are so funny and they're legit like nostalgic Jersey. when she'll be like, Mom, what do you think about this dress? And her mom will be like, yeah, Melissa, it's a nice dress. It's a nice dress, Melissa. And her dad will go, yeah, Melissa, it's a real nice dress. A real nice dress looks real cute. And then the mom will be like, real cute. It looks real cute. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? But they always like confirm each other and confirm what they're saying and talk over each other, which is hilarious. And that's what I was noticing about Dolores's parents. Anyways, guys, don't feel too bad for Dolores because she has a new man. We don't know too much about him, but I am curious, and he's a good-looking guy.
He's a cutie. He looks like a meathead.
He does kind of look like a meathead, but okay. Okay. And getting back to the conversation with Jennifer Aydin invited, some of the girls, Dolores, over to do this kickboxing situation. And it was right at the time when she was having the conversation with her daughter, Gabby, about bills and fidelity. Now, when she's telling Gabby about it, she's like, listen, I just want to let you know that I'm okay with it. And if you have questions, you can ask me. I'm not mad at your dad. Really, like your grandma's not coming back from Turkey anytime soon, but I'm okay with that too, because I don't know how I'm going to explain to everyone. I was planning on keeping this locked in the vault for a long time. We just found out that producers actually cut the real scene with Jennifer Aydin and her daughter because they thought it was so cringy. Not cringy, but it brought up so many emotions that they didn't want Margaret to face more backlash for her comment that she said when she said, Jennifer, kids are resilient. They just go to therapy. So they were doing that in order to protect Margaret. So they didn't show the actual initial scene that they filmed with Jennifer and her daughter.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't believe she's doing this. Like when Jennifer was talking about how, she doesn't want the mom to find out because she knows that the mom's going to come after Margaret. I was kind of like, I think you want your mom to come after Margaret. Like, I don't think you're trying to spare her at all.
Right. No, I don't think that she's trying to spare her either. To be fair, but I did feel bad for Gabby in this scene. It was bound to come out no matter what. And for Gabby, I hate that she had to find out like this. It's not a very normal way to find out when your parents are on reality TV. A lot of people can't relate, but I did see people dragging Jennifer Aydin in the comment section on Twitter saying, oh, you had to explain to your daughter that, Bill Aydin had an affair 10 years ago. Imagine explaining to your kids that both parents are going to prison, talking about the Giudice girls. And I was like, oh shit, they've been through a lot too.
I mean, you can't compare that. I mean, it's apples and oranges. But here's the thing. It's all about how you approach it, right? And I think in this case, and I think I've, echoed the sentiment before, I think in this case, the message is that your dad and I love each other so much that we were able to work through it. And life isn't easy. Things happen. Marriage isn't easy. And you can struggle in a marriage, and sometimes people make mistakes in their marriage or in their lives, but that doesn't mean that you can't recover from that. So if anything, and also teaching them that, like, this doesn't mean that your mother doesn't have a backbone and enables this behavior, but it means that your mother and your father love each other so much that we're able to work through this. And I think that is more powerful because it's honest with their kids. It's honest about love and relationships and marriage. And it also shows them that their parents are strong in their marriage.
I agree. And Jeffrey Beckham just said, what about Jackie's kids? And Jackie had to have the same conversation with her kids and which was even a worse conversation because she couldn't even confirm it. Now it just leaves the kids wondering, are our parents lying because of this Evan Goldschneider cheating rumor?
Yep. I would say,
Zach,
I would say, I would agree with the Jackie thing because that's harder because the rumor is out there and the narrative is out there that your father is a cheater, but yet there isn't actual proof of it. So it's hard because you have to explain to your kids that people are talking about your dad cheating on your mom.
Exactly. Before we move on, Zach, should we take some callers to ask about the tour?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll take some callers to ask about the tour. I wanted to ask you, Zach, and unless you're going to be biased towards Jacqueline Loretta because you have a relationship with her, but if you could have Dina, Caroline, or Jacqueline back on the show, who would you have on and why?
I wouldn't have Dina back on because we already tried that and she was a total flop. I just think she's in a different place in her life and she's at a slower pace. I would say she'd be great to like join Real Housewives of OC. So it would be between Caroline and Jacqueline. And part of me wants to lean more towards Caroline just because I feel like Caroline, she's very stern and she throws down the law, and we know what Caroline brings. I love and adore Jacqueline, but I also don't know if that's the healthiest environment for her. I think especially with Teresa, and especially, Teresa trying to control the narrative so much, I think Jacqueline got a lot of crazy edits of that, her looking crazier than she actually is in real life. And I think it was out of frustration for Teresa. And I think Jacqueline's just in a much better place. I would like to see cameos with Jacqueline where she comes in and hangs out with the girls. Maybe we have a scene where her and Teresa bury the hatchet, but like, I don't think we need to go deeper than that. So I think my vote is definitely going to go with Caroline.
Okay. And guys, again, I dropped the call-in link. If you guys want to ask about anything that has to do with the upcoming tour, you guys are more than welcome. Since we already recapped Jersey, if you have any questions or anything to chime in, you can, but really I want to keep this as much as possible about questions about the tour, since it is coming up in 4 weeks, 4 weeks until our LA location, 5 weeks until Nashville, and
so crazy,
like 7 weeks until New York.
7 or 8 weeks, yeah, until New York. That's crazy. It came so fast. Like I remember when we were shooting the promo pics, and we didn't even have dates or locations or anything. It was all just taking it one step at a time.
One step at a time. All right. Well, let's bring up one of our callers again. I'm going to go ahead. I just dropped the link if you guys want to call in and ask your questions, and we'll take a couple questions about tour, and then we will move on. Who have you announced for LA so far?
Sheena and Brock, Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz. And then from our friends, we have Ryan Bailey, we have Steve from Faces by Bravo, we have Jeff Epstein, and we have Jolene Lunzer.
Yep, we have the Toms, and then we have...
Hi guys, it's Brock Davies.
And Sheena Shea. We are going to be spilling the tea live with the Zack and Adam at the Bourbon Room in LA.
April 7th, baby.
Yeah, come check us out.
So we have a lot of great guests joining us. I'm going to bring up our first caller and see what she has to ask about the tour, if there's anything she's excited about. I want to talk about the tour. I love New Jersey, but I really just want to talk about the tour since we're getting closer. I'm getting anxiety with like coming up and meeting everyone. I had a friend ask me yesterday, she's like, Adam, are you excited? And I was like, I feel like I don't have time to be excited. Like
I had a dream last night about the LA show. And it was so like, this is where my stress level and anxiety is with all of this, with planning all of it, because my dream was that we got to the show and the cameraman was there, but he forgot his camera. So we were like, oh my God, we need people to like film with their iPhones. And then none of our guests showed up. They were all late. The only person that was there was Jolene. And I was like, we can't just have a show with, like, obviously we love Jolene, but I'm like, she can't be we promised all of these people and they're all late and nobody's here. And we have to start the show in 5 minutes. And it like had me so stressed that I like woke up sweating.
Oh, okay. That sounds terrible. Hopefully none of that happens, but you know, I think that's why we invited so many people, again, not knowing that like 90% would confirm. I'm still shocked. But again, for those of you who are continuing to sleep on Nashville and New York, do not. There are more announcements coming. Let's take our first caller. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Hi, Sarah.
I am good.
We have your cameos coming, by the way.
Participate.
Hey.
Aw, hi.
So I have, I saw somebody asked a good picture about questions. Like, well, do you want down now? About like, so how are we doing that? Like, are y'all gonna, because I know you said there was gonna be a meet and greet. Are we gonna like give our phones and have them take pictures? There's gonna be a step and repeat that we need to buy pictures from. Are we gonna have group pictures? This needs to be commemorated, but once I get drunk, like in LA after your stuff, which packs a punch, and I don't do more than one at a time usually, or at least I space them out, and we have the whiskey. Yeah, no requests. limit the
Yes.
video with photos of me after a certain point, please. Because
Well, you're in luck. Yeah, you're in luck because the meet and greet is going to be before the show. So the meet and greet will be at our VIP pre-party. We will have a step and repeat, and we will have a photographer that'll take the photos for us. So we probably won't do any iPhone photos, but the photographer will take the photos for us, and they'll be available for you guys to download. You don't have to buy them. Obviously Adam and I will also be around during and after, before, after, and during the show to take like selfies and stuff. But yes, we will be doing meet and greets at the VIP party. We'll have a line. We're not going to do like group photos because I know like some concerts put like 10 people together and you're like in group photos with random people. We'll do photos with your groups. So if you're coming in a group or you have people that you want to take a group photo with, we're going to do those just to try to get through as many as possible. But the good thing is these venues are so intimate and the VIP packages were so limited that you get FaceTime with us and you get time to enjoy the experience of a meet and greet.
Definitely. And also there's going to be a photographer around for the after party too. So everything will be caught on camera. Don't worry. I'll be limiting my rosé intake from Zack as well, because I don't want to look like a psychopath by the end of the night. Michael asked a great question. Why did we choose Nashville again? Originally, we chose Nashville because we really wanted to incorporate Emily D. Baker because there's a lot of legal drama going on in the Bravo world. And we haven't been to Nashville. So we thought that would be a fun show. One of our challenges with Nashville was finding additional talent who could join us on stage. But now we have so many different people who are joining us on stage. The cool thing is, though, LA and New York are heavily Bravo focused, whereas the people and the talent that you'll recognize in Nashville, you'll recognize from different networks. And trust me, you will recognize them. So I'm excited about that. And also we got another comment, by the way, and I want to bring this up. Cubby said, "Oh, good. Sarah's out of the hospital and looking great." Yes,
I was out of the hospital the next day. I just was tired and then schedule conflict. So I think I only have been able to do a couple lives, but yes, things are good. So thank you guys for so many people excited. Had good well wishes. So I appreciate it. I'm super excited to see you guys. I haven't been to LA before. I've been to Nashville and New York several times. So I actually lived in New Jersey. So this is why Adam might sometimes comment with Krista about, no, let me help you see how New Jersey folks are compared to like small town Texas or Houston. So like big city, different places. So you get my opinions there too. But Emily D. Baker, if y'all haven't seen, is awesome. So I think was a smart choice to choose Nashville, as well as to have someplace in the center of the country for people to go to. So I appreciate that as well. So
hey, thanks, Sarah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
yeah,
Sarah.
We definitely wanted a central location. And I mean, Adam's being generous. Emily really is the only reason we did Nashville. Like she made or break Nashville. If she would have said no, then we probably would have picked a different city. So we love Emily.
Well, and a cool thing about Emily is, a lot of people don't realize this, but Emily, Zack, and I have such a great relationship. We talk all the time, not on YouTube, and we've been out to dinner together, and we just have a funny as hell banter. So when we were talking to Emily about the idea of Nashville, I thought it would be really cool because a lot of people have not met Emily in person. This is she's done a TED Talk before and we've seen her, but not very often. So I think it's a really great time for people to also get to know her and meet her in person as well.
And Molly and Cynthia now too.
Oh, well, and more, but more announcements coming soon.
More to come. More to come. You have to watch.
Yes. Sarah, thank you so much for calling in. We're going to take some more callers and we appreciate you. And I have your cameos coming today.
Yay. I love I was going to say I love all three of you because we were including Emily, but I love the two of you. And so, mwah, mwah, you guys have a beautiful day.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah. Can't wait to meet you.
All right. We also have Ebony Dix and then Trish Phillips in the room. And again, I saw where somebody was asking about the back of my shirt. So let me just go ahead real quick.
Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy.
I do look like I'm a heavier set person in here. It's the hoodie, guys. It's the hoodie and the fat ass. Okay, let's bring up Ebony Dix. Hi, Ebony.
Hi. I'm so glad. Thank you for letting me on the platform. I never get to get up here with Zack. Peter, I want to say high five to Zack on that interview with Aaron Joyce. That was so fantastic.
Thank you.
Anyone, please go check out that pre-record. It was detailed. I like that you always get to the nitty gritty of these questions. And that's all I had, really. Oh, yeah, the variety pack. I want to see if you can do a variety pack with your wine. I just put an order in, and I just hopefully you can, because I want all of them, but it's just, I can't have all those packages at my home. So hopefully you can do a variety pack of your wines. I really hope you can.
Yes, we are. And so the 4 originals will be expiring in the next 2 weeks, because at the end of the month, we launched the 4 new cans. And yes, there will be a variety pack so that you can get them all in one case.
That's awesome. Well, have a great one, everyone.
Thank you.
Ebony.
Bye, Ebony. All right. I'm going to go ahead and bring up our next caller, Trish. Hi, Trish.
Hi, Trish.
Hi. Hi, Adam. Hi, Zach. Michael actually asked my question, which was, how did you come up with Nashville instead of Atlanta or DC? And actually, I wanted to tell you all that this morning, the Honorable went into his office and we got our tickets to Nashville. And strangely, you can't fly directly from Richmond to Nashville. So we're going to go through, I think we're going through Charlotte, but the other options were like Atlanta, Chicago, Philadelphia, even New York, which I thought was kind of crazy to have to fly to New York, to get to Nashville.
Can I just say too, Trish, my tickets yesterday, because Zach and I are always on the phone after these lives and we talk like every day. My tickets were just canceled yesterday. And I'm not going to say the airline because everybody would be like, you cheap ass, but my tickets were canceled yesterday.
That was your fault.
But it was a straight shot from Palm Beach International Airport. So we were going straight into Nashville. The timing was perfect and they canceled it over a month in advance. And then we ended up rebooking our tickets and we have to fly to Atlanta and Jason swears, and mind you, this is coming from the guy who just got back from Idaho and they lost his luggage on a connecting flight. There's a 45-minute layover in Atlanta. And I was like, have you been to the Atlanta airport? A 45-minute layover? They have like a train taking you to each terminal. There's no way. He's like, no, we got this. I was like, great. I'm going to be showing up in Nashville in my underwear. It's great.
Well, we've got our tickets. We're leaving really early on Tuesday morning. So we'll get into Nashville pretty early and then have Tuesday. And then Wednesday is y'all's function. And then we're going to leave, I think, like at 3:00 or something on Thursday. And we've never been to Nashville. So, I think it'll be
so much fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So,
are you
meeting Georgia good there? That you're coming in early because then you have the day to play.
Well, that's what we were thinking. We're just going to try to make the most of, a very short vacay.
And
we haven't.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
No, it's the dog who's pushing me over. Leo.
I was going to say, I think also too, because I was talking to another potential guest for Nashville and she has the Country Music Television Awards on Monday. And I don't know if those are in Nashville or LA, but I would imagine that they were in Nashville. So I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of people in town that week.
Someone was telling me that's true. I'm not a huge country music fan, but someone was telling me that Nashville has like jazz clubs and rock and roll bars. So apparently there's a lot more than just country music. So
apparently there's a whole row, and I guess on the row, in downtown, and you walk next door, it's like country music, then rock and roll, and then jazz. I guess they have a little bit of hip hop, but it's supposed to be packed out like a mother because
is that Broadway? Is that Broadway?
Yeah, that's on Broadway.
Okay, because that's City Winery said when I asked where we should stay, they said, anywhere along Broadway, and you'll be able to walk to our venue and walk to all these other venues as well. So I'm super excited.
I can't wait.
You have to do moonshine tasting. That Emily says is a must in Nashville.
Yes.
Oh, well, let me just tell you, I went to high school in Roanoke, Virginia. And when I took AP chemistry, they actually taught us how to titrate and make our own moonshine. So you can't say that the Roanoke public schools, don't provide an education on how to make an income, because Southwest Virginia is known for its moonshine.
Well,
I don't
have
want to
another
brag or
story for you.
anything.
When I was in middle school, I actually got in-school suspension because you're not supposed to have bubble gum in school. And I had cotton candy bubble gum and I was blowing bubbles. And apparently the girl next to me was allergic to cotton candy so bad that she had an allergic reaction. And then she ended up telling on me. And I was like, please don't tell, please don't tell. And she had to because she was breaking out. And then I got stuck in ISS and I met one of my best friends. It's like meeting your best friend in jail. I met one of my best friends. His name was Blake. And he actually got expelled from school because his dad on the top of the mountain, his stepdad, was making moonshine and he was selling it at our school out of his locker in middle school. So
no. Well,
yeah.
Keith's dad was the chief executive of the Fourth Circuit, but before that, he was a federal prosecutor. And one of the things that he had to do was go around in Southwest Virginia and bust the moonshiners. So, he's got he would tell us some crazy stories about that.
Oh,
so it's kind of funny.
Wow.
But, they had in AP chemistry, they taught us to like light a match and put it on the moonshine. And if the moonshine, or the corn squeezins, as some people called it, if it burned blue, it was okay. If it burned green, it was contaminated, or maybe it was the other way around. So it was really interesting. But I remember just even a dot of it on your tongue was like fire, just would burn a hole in your tongue.
Jeez.
So,
okay,
yeah,
moonshine tasting it is in Nashville, guys. All right. Well, Trish, thank you again so much for calling. We're going to take some more callers. We appreciate you, and we cannot wait to see you in Nashville.
Me too. I'm looking forward to it. I'll
Is
see y'all
Georgia,
soon.
Carolina still coming with you?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. Yeah, you might want to check in with her and, see what's going on.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I'll check in. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.
Okay,
See
bye,
you soon,
guys.
Trish.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, we're going to take some more callers before we wrap up. Zach, are you okay with that?
Sure.
All right. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hi,
Hello.
Hello.
How are Zach? This is the first time I'm talking to you. Bonjour.
I
How are you?
know. Bonjour.
Well, you're gonna get
I'm
to
doing
meet
well.
Zach and the
That's
Zach Pack
fabulous.
in New York.
I'm sorry?
I said you're gonna get to meet Zach and the Zach Pack in New York.
know, and try some of this wine that I've heard so much about.
Oh my gosh, be careful. Be careful, Janelle. Be careful.
Listen, I'm a big girl. I can take a lot. So, okay, listen. Some people have one, they're like, oh my God, I'm out. I had one, I'm like, that was water. Give me another one.
Listen, I had 3, thought it was water, and then 10 minutes into our live, I was like, another one? More?
It's 12 to was it 12 or 13%? Which one?
13%.
13%. You should have known, Adam. Just because you got junk in the trunk, don't mean that you can handle all of that.
I always anticipate all my rosés just gonna go straight to my ass, and I'm gonna keep it trucking.
I say the same thing, and then I look at my stomach the next day, and I'm like, oop, nope.
Okay.
So it happened.
By the way, Janelle, we saw your comments too about wanting to come to LA, which I wish we could have you in LA, but also we have more special people to announce for New York. So again, do not sleep on New York. There's more coming.
I just want to know. I don't know why I'm talking in a British accent now. I just want to know who it is going to be. All right. Because let me tell you something. I don't think y'all know. I love me some Pump Rules. Okay. Like sometimes in the background when I'm cleaning my house, I'll just like put on old episodes of Pump Rules, but then I should be cleaning, but then I find myself stopping because, oh my God, when Stassi smacked Kristen across the face, I mean, it just brings me back. I know where I was when I first saw that. Okay. I remember where I was doing, and I was just like, damn. So when I was like Sheena and Brock and the Toms, I was like, the fuck?
No, don't be like the fuck. We have more.
There's more goodness to come. I promise you.
Give me a hint. Give me a hint. I'm a nosy bitch. Give me a hint.
Zach, that's up to you.
And I'm like the CIA. I can figure out information.
I mean, there may be another housewife joining us in New York.
Okay, are you the Dirty Jers or they Roni?
You're gonna have to wait and find out.
Oh,
You're gonna have to watch what happens live next week.
okay, Andy Cohen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. If it's somebody from Potomac, let me know because I got so many questions. Because I listened to that podcast episode that got released last week, and I was just like, "Ooh, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Reasonably shady." So is it Potomac?
No,
I don't know.
Janelle, you'll
You're
have to
gonna
wait
have
and
to
find out. So
wait.
tune in, like Zach said, next Wednesday.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a great one. Oh my gosh, you guys are making me smile so big.
As long as it's not Ramona, I'm fine.
All right.
Ah,
Well,
shucks, you figured it out.
I know. Oh darn, Ramona.
yeah, because everybody's
no.
lining up to get Ramona in the door.
Oh wait, is it Jill? Because you know Jill shows up for a T-shirt. So is it Jill?
Janelle, we're not
Waking
telling
up
you.
in the morning, thinking about so many things.
All right.
And that song plays on repeat in my head. It's too much. So don't. And I also downloaded On Display because I think that's a banger. Okay.
On display, on
On
display.
display, on
Each and
display.
every day,
Okay.
every day.
Janelle, we're gonna bring up
every day.
another caller. We love you. We appreciate you, and we're not giving up who it is.
Bye, y'all.
Janelle.
Bye, love.
All right, our last caller, Zach. We're gonna bring up Joe Mendoza. Joe Mendoza likes to make a clown out of
Joe.
both of us. So let's welcome. I was about to say Zoe. Yeah, I'll call you Zoe. Hey, Zoe.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Joe.
What can
Hi.
you bring us with today with your little shady self?
Well, I wasn't going to be shady. I just wanted to thank both of you guys for, doing the cameo requests. They were really fantastic. Adam, your singing and dancing prowess was amazing. And Zach, your rap was just fabulous. So,
Are you feeling okay?
I am. Why?
I don't know.
Why
He
would
thinks you're being too complimentary and sweet.
Yeah.
We're used to the thirsted tweets and the shade.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can't be all thirst and, just ratchet all the time. Like there are some times when I'm just an angel.
Oh, okay.
Krista did tell me that you guys were playing Kill Bang Mary the other day on Twitter, Joe.
Oh yeah, shady ass. And I heard that
everybody
was
wants
trying
to
kill
marry
me.
everybody wants to marry Jason, and Adam and I either get banged or killed, but nobody wants to marry us.
I think
okay. Can I just here's my explanation, and I think it makes real good sense. Okay, I said bang Zach because you're experienced. I said marry Jason because he knows how to take care of the home, very organized. And Adam doesn't like any cooties, so like I can't really bang him either because like he's like ew, like then nothing's gonna happen there. So kill Adam. But like I have to pick each one. So I think that made sense, don't you think?
Yes. And at least that's a God forbid anything ever happens to Jason and I'm out there one day and I'm just all by my lonesome. I always tell Jason's like, if anything ever happened to me, I would want you to move on. I was like, bitch, I don't want anybody touching me. I'm not moving on. I'm moving on with myself and my life. Okay.
I don't know. I know about that. I think you're gonna pull some Stassi Schroeder shit on someone.
No,
I could feel it.
No, and Michael, I love that Mike said he's experienced the shade for Zach. Zach, you experienced friend up there in your penthouse in downtown LA.
In the windows.
Yeah, listen to the rap. You might hear some good tidbits.
Might learn some things.
S12 said I'd marry Adam. All right. Well, Joe.
Oh, but anyways, I wanted to, I'm looking forward to seeing Evan, and maybe Jackie on the side in New York. So thank you for putting that together, Zach. Really appreciate it. And Adam, making that happen.
Yeah, definitely, Joe. You shady monster. We appreciate you.
Love you guys.
We love you. Bye.
Love you, Joe.
All right. Somebody just said in here, Natalie Henry. Hi, Natalie. Any announcements for Nashville? I'm going to Nashville and March will be in New York and not Nash. Yes, we have Molly and Cynthia from TLC's 90 Day and also Pillow Talk joining us in Nashville. Again, I've said this so many times. You guys can blame Zach. You want to attack anybody, just attack Zach. Send him all the hate DMs. I don't care. I'm good with it. But for me, I wanted to share all of the announcements up front. Zach wants to sprinkle them in like Melissa Gorga, bringing up those sprinkle cookies, trying to give you guys a little bit of a piece at a time. That's not Adam. That is Zach. Adam likes to give on information. Zach likes to withhold. Adam is a giver. Zach is a taker. Giver, taker. Giver, taker.
Because it builds excitement. Now we have something to look forward to every Wednesday. Because now people want to know who's coming. Apparently, Joe Mendoza.
Norma Maldonado said everyone in the chat is gushing over Jason. Well, guys, you'll also get to see Jason, hang out with him too in all 3 cities. And if you guys missed it, it's because we're going to start wrapping this up. Molly and Cynthia in Nashville and the Toms are joining us on stage in Los Angeles. We have more big announcements coming up at the end of the week. One last time before we go, I pinned at the top of the live chat our tour merch, which we're both wearing right now. I have the hoodie on. Zach has the shirt. Zach, will you back it up, flip it, and reverse it just to show us?
Yes. And guys, the merch is only on sale for one more week. March 16th, we're closing merch sales. So get them while you can.
Yes, get them while you can. Watch this. All right, you can see I spilled the tea with Zach and I. Okay, no twerking. No twerking. No twerking. Oh, God, he's still twerking. Tess Ish said, I got a shirt today because I couldn't make the tour. Oh, Tess. Janet Barrett said, so excited to see you next month. I hear Jason laughing in the other room. Janet, I can't wait to see you. Janet is Jason's mom, guys. And our family has been so incredible. Zach is like a one-man band over there in his Los Angeles penthouse. So he doesn't really have like a lot of responsibilities except for his podcast and his baby, which is the wine, and then everything going on with this tour. But I have like a zoo here. And part of the complications of flying out of town was trying to figure out who the hell is coming in town to help us with our animals. And everyone kept telling me, crate your animals. I'm like, bullshit, I'm not crating my animals. They're rescues. They get like anxiety. So thank you to
Aren't there like hotels that you can leave your dogs at? Like this, like
I don't trust that shit. No, the only time I've ever left my dogs in a doggy hotel, I was a psychopath. It was in Los Angeles and we went to Palm Springs for the weekend. And I went in, I like inspected the facility and they have a webcam where you can watch your dogs at night. So you go into the app at any hour, you can see your dogs in this playroom and they don't crate them up at the end of the night. They do doggy sleepover slumber parties. And I remember we were sitting there hitting the sauce, having champagne in Palm Springs. And I just decided to check my phone. I look on the app and I couldn't see my dogs in the camera. And I called and I was like, where the f are my dogs? Like freaking out. And you see this like poor girl walk into the camera with both dogs. And she's like, they're right here. And I was like, that's right. That's right. I want to see them at all times. I'm crazy about my animals. I'm weird. So I can't help it. But with that, guys, Zach has a lot of amazing interviews that he's done over the past couple of weeks, especially with Alexia Echevarria from Real Housewives of Miami. Zach, before we go, if they don't know, will you let them know where they can find you and what you have coming up?
Yes, you can find me at Just Plain Zach all over the internet, or you can follow the show at No Filter with Zach. I have a podcast, comes out 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today, we did a Girardi deep dive with ethics attorney Aaron Joyce, which somebody mentioned earlier, and we dive into the system of the California State Bar and how Tom Girardi was able to get away with this for nearly 3 decades, which is really good. What we just had on Alexia from Real Houses of Miami, Sheena and Brock, MJ from Shaws of Sunsets coming up next week. We've also had on Heather McDonald recently, Taylor Armstrong from Real Houses of Beverly Hills. So all those episodes are available. And stock up on the wine, guys. Like I said, our 4 OG cans are expiring at the end of the month. So you're going to want to buy them now before they're gone for good. And get ready because we have the new white wine that's launching just in time for the tour.
And if they want to buy the wine, where do they go?
NoFilterWine.com.
NoFilterWine.com. All right, again, guys, the merch is pinned at the top of the live chat. You can grab your tickets for New York and Nashville. Now, knowing that there are more guests and more to come, you can buy your tickets at spillingtealive.com. And we will see you next Wednesday, same time, same place, for another big announcement. We love you guys so much. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And I have more pre-records coming your way today. And I miss you guys on the morning show, but don't worry, after the tour in May, we'll be back. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Guys, the wine is yummy. Thank you, Sarah. Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Bye, bye, bye,
Sarah.
bye, 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 bye.